Hello, my name is Dr. Erica Liggins, licensed clinical psychologist since 2015. I currently live and practice in the Chicago area where I own and operate my own solo private practice, and I help others to overcome the EPPP. After graduating from my PsyD program, I was excited to complete my postdoc and finally become a psychologist, until I started studying for the EPPP. Due to the lack of support and education about the process of prepping for the EPPP, I had no clear plan of how to tackle this task. I also had crippling test anxiety and a diagnosis of ADHD. After several false attempts, I had an aha moment. I knew I needed a system to help me to overcome this obstacle. So one day, I sat down and I created a step-by-step approach for preparing for the EPPP all on my own. This system helped me to learn the content deeply, improve my test-taking skills, and manage test anxiety. As a result of this approach, I passed on the first attempt with a score of 659. It felt amazing to be free of the EPPP, and a few years later, a colleague of mine encouraged me to start EPPP coaching due to positive feedback I had received while coaching others informally. Once I started coaching, officially, I quickly learned that other test takers had some of the same issues I had, but they hadn't yet figured out how to study effectively. Consequently, they experienced a mountain of issues, such as financial stress from paying for study materials, multiple testing attempts, and expensive tutors. Without licensure, they were often unable to qualify for higher paying jobs, thus finding themselves stuck in a vicious cycle of overworking to make ends meet and continuously paying for testing costs. This cycle negatively impacted study habits and therefore set them up for more failed attempts. For some, the inability to pass the EPPP has even led to catastrophic events such as job loss and even eviction or foreclosure. All of these issues negatively impact their home life, relationship with their children, partners, and the rest of their social supports. Furthermore, they often are unable to fully utilize their skills in this field, leaving them feeling stunted professionally. In the end, they are left feeling broke, angry, stressed, defeated, depressed, and in some cases, even suicidal. To make matters worse, I consistently see these issues disproportionately affecting people of color, first-generation Americans, non-native English speakers, older test takers, and those with ADHD or learning disabilities. For many people, especially minorities, find it difficult to access most coaching and tutoring services due to their high cost. This is exactly why I developed a coaching system that provides high-quality EPPP support while being affordable and therefore accessible to everyone, no matter their background. However, by the time most discover my services, they have typically failed at least 3 times and have already wasted thousands of dollars. Their sense of hope is often so low that it can be difficult to even convince them to keep trying to pass the EPPP. I think we can all agree, something has to change. We must break the cycle of inequities that keep good clinicians from being able to practice. We must stop the suffering that so many feel at the hands of this exam. Thankfully, I know how we can solve this problem. And you can be in the forefront of leading this change. Your organization can give future psychologists the confidence they need to know they will be set up for success. Together with my effective coaching system and your access to EPPP candidates, we can ensure that everyone has the tools, knowledge, and strategies needed to successfully pass the EPPP. As a team, we can make our field as diverse as the world we live in, making it easier to serve communities all across the country. Let's make a difference, not only in our field, but for our society as a whole and many generations to come. Will you join me?